Hello, I'm Pat and welcome to my channel. In today's video, I am going to flip through my current sketchbook that I'm working through. It is about halfway done, and the cover looks like this. It's got like yellow on the corners and a skull with pencils. It says sketchbook. It says property of Patrick because that's my name, and it says sketchbook on the spine, and on the back is testing a marker. And this is an artist loft sketchbook with an eyeball in the back that I drew, which I like the eyeball a lot, actually. Let me see if I can get a better picture of it. Yeah. All right. Um, when you first flip open the sketchbook, you'll see it says Pat's sketchbook started on 1/31/2024, and a little doodle of a guy holding a sign. And I did this. This wasn't the first thing I drew in the sketchbook. It was actually later on in the sketchbook that I drew this. I just flipped it open and wanted to start drawing, and I did the skull with the flames. This is actually the first drawing I did in the sketchbook. This is supposed to be like the Wither from Minecraft. I thought it would be a cool drawing if it looked a little bit more. It's not 100% realistic, but it's a little more realistic than Minecraft's like graphics are, which I thought was cool. This is me trying to figure out how the alcohol markers work. I used the Ohuhu art markers. See if I can get that to focus. Yeah. And these are good. I like them a lot. I think they costed like 30 some dollars on the internet, but I think they're well worth the price. Trying to figure out blending and whatnot. And I actually asked my dad what I should draw here, and he said bear, so I drew a couple of bears. This is actually a grizzly bear. You'll see in the sketchbook that I like to draw faces and skulls, even if the faces don't look like correct, I guess, like the proportions of the face isn't like 100% correct. I'll still try to draw it. But yeah, this is all done with like a ballpoint pen. I think it was this pen. It might have been a different one I have, just a big ballpoint pen. More sketches of a skull and like the thing from the Minecraft. This is practicing the rule of thirds, like the composition, because his nose lines up with perfectly, like with the corner of one of the lines. It's not a perspective line, I don't think. It's just a composition line, I suppose. This is more sketches of skulls. This is actually a Pinterest reference I used. And then just trying to figure out where the skull sits on the skeleton here. This is actually me getting this pen for the first time and just testing out the different colors that come with it. And then I drew this, and well, pretty much this whole page with that pen and colored pencil. I think I was on the phone with my landlord when I did this. This is me when I first got my acrylic markers from like Sharpie from the local dollar store. This is the pen, the markers that I was testing. I just bought the pack because I think it was like $5 or something, and I just wanted the white marker out of it. So I got a white marker. And this is me drawing some skulls and stuff with that pen, the 4 colored pen. This is some drawings I did with the Pinterest reference, and then this is without the Pinterest reference. I was trying to figure out how the cloak would fall onto the skull in the ways I drew it, because I wanted to draw this. And this is all done with alcohol ink from the Ohuhu markers. I really like how the mirror, like, I guess trim or out the rim of it or something, whatever it's called, is the way it looks, because it looks kind of like old. And I did the face with colored pencil. I like the shading on the face with colored pencil. I got into drawing mirrors. I think this is the last mirror I drew. And I just like the shading on the bottom here where like I don't know, it's all coming from like this angle kind of. And skull. Uh yeah, I guess it's just the face. I drew the eyeball first and then I did the face around it, which I thought was I liked it a lot. I think I posted this and this on my DeviantArt. I'll leave that in the description if you want to go check that out. Um, I drew this while on the game, like talking on the microphone on the video game with my brother-in-law. And then I drew this because I thought it would be cool if that came out of that. And then I drew a man yelling. This was the next day, I believe. A couple more drawings of skulls and the Great Malenko. I just wanted to fill a page here with. I think I was planning on doing a drawing over this, but I just didn't. I might still, actually. I like the texture on the page that the markers put on there. This was what I drew after doing these. I decided on the skull and whatnot. I was on the phone with somebody, I don't remember who, when I doodled these on my page, and this is the microphone I have sitting on my desk. And I drew somebody pooping reading a magazine. These are some thumbnail sketches of an idea I had that I never did. I might still do. A skull, another eye, another couple eyes. I really like how this one turned out. I just sat. I think this was the like 2 days after I did these that I sat down and did this, which you can see I didn't plan like at all. I just sat down and drew the eyes, and then I just did the head, and then this came after. I think it's the colors that I like the most about this, though. With the white in the eyes and the yellow and the red and the white in the mouth and the green. I just like it a lot. I think this is my favorite drawing I did in this book so far. This is when I got my fountain pen. Give me a minute, I'll show you. This fountain pen. Dryden Designs. I bought this on Amazon, I think. Yeah, it was Amazon. It looks like this. And if I take off the cap, just it's a fountain pen, which is really cool. It's got blue ink in it right now. Blue ink. And I'm almost done with this cartridge. This is me drawing a skull with a fountain pen, trying to figure out how I was going to do the shading, like the hatching and whatnot. I actually have a lighter with this on it. Let me see if I can find it right here. This was sitting on my desk, so I drew it. I was bored one day. These are actually a bunch of quotes from Vincent van Gogh that I found on Van Gogh. I'm not sure how to pronounce his name. I just Googled art quotes and then he popped up, and I broke down the ones I liked the most. This one is just a bunch of sketches of skulls, and I think I was having a day of art block, and usually when I have one of those days, my goal is to put anything on the page and then hopefully get out of it. Which I think I drew these ones, felt good about that one, and then I went and did this, and I just gave up for that day, I think. More just trying to get. There's actually a drawing cut out of here. You can see the purple. That's a Father's Day drawing that I did and gave it to my dad. This is me just trying to get the fountain pen to work before I did the inking on that drawing. This is just a drawing of a man in a hat. Yeah, but I like that one, how that one turned out, and I will let that one turned out. I like this one a lot too. I don't like this one at all. The eyes are too far apart. I think that's the what I don't like the most about it, is that the eyes and proportions that I can just see the proportions of the body just ain't right. But yeah, this is a drawing of a skull, or of a skull of a dragon, and then I did these three skulls first, and then put the other ones around it. This one's actually on my DeviantArt too, if you want to see that. I like these three skulls the most. I think I was trying to draw like a demon skull so I could like do it for like a bigger drawing, but I didn't do the bigger drawing. I kind of like that one too. These were done in pencil. Another one. More skulls. I just like drawing skulls. I really like how this one turned out. That's why I drew it with pen. And after I drew it with pencil, it's kind of like outline it to see it better. This was me actually trying to learn how to do proportions of the body. These are Pinterest references, and these three are Pinterest references. That was my try on it. It's definitely better than what I did before doing these. And this is my drawing of the side profile with no reference. Which I don't think that one turned out that bad. I like this skull a lot. I redrew it with a pencil, and then more doodles of sketches of like skulls, I guess. I was trying to work on this one because I'm not too confident with this angle of the skull, like the 3/4 view. I actually have this one on my wall, the finished one I did. And I will put it at the end of the video if you want to see it. This is me like testing the colors, how they would work together for the final drawing. And I wanted like a glow to come off of it, like where his hand was, but I never figured it out. This is me trying to test that. Pirate skull people, and a man with a bullet being thrown at him. This is the first drawing I did that I liked of my lighter, and then I did it again earlier in the. So this is the first one, or one you've seen previously is the second one. And this is me trying to figure out mandalas or mandalas, I'm not sure. But like with a skull in the middle, and then like it like working around it and whatnot. Some doodles. These are drawing ideas, like a rose on the ground, skeleton sitting on the chair, huge tree. And then this is screaming skull, rose, pencil of colors, color, ohuhu, pen only. Just me like brain dumping and trying to figure it out. I actually did this drawing with this pen. And I like how that one turned out. I like the peeling skin and the blood right here. And the green. I just like green, I think. This is a horse skull. And then just some sketches of like the flames coming out of a skull. And then this is a rose by any other name. And I named it Violet. These are Pinterest references on a horse skull. I like this one the most, and this one. I think it's just because I just went and shaded these ones. If I shaded this one, I would like it too, I think. But horse skulls are weird. The reason why I was doing these was because I wanted to draw a dragon. And this one was with a deer skull as a reference, and this one was with a horse skull as a reference. And I think this one turned out better. Ironically, this one looks closer to a horse, in my opinion. And this one was done with a ballpoint pen, too, with just a ballpoint pen. It was this ballpoint pen. It is a Bic round stick M. Yeah. Push that out of the frame. Get out of here. Then we come to this page. And I drew this part first, and then I came in and did this. And if you push it down flat, it kind of looks like an alien because the eyes are too far apart. Let me see if I can show you. Yeah. So I drew this around him, making it look like he's kind of like busting through the page, coming from space. These were Pinterest references. I like this one better than this one just because the proportions are better. Like I feel like they're correct. Well, as correct as this attempt was. And then I figured out that it's 5.5 wide, 5.5 eyes tall for the head, and then 4-ish eyes wide for the head. And then I did this measurement down here, but I second guessed it and I pushed the chin in a little bit, which that's my only gripe I have with this one. And this one was done with the same ballpoint pen the dragons were done with, and this one was done with the pencil. This was my try at like comic book shading, like cell shading, which I don't think it turned out bad, but I definitely need to practice with it more. This is just because I wasn't happy with the previous drawing. I came and did this one with a ballpoint pen and colored pencils. And I just like the way the skin falls, like, or it looks like it's falling off the face and whatnot. And this one gave me the idea for like if you had like a face with something like peeling the skin open. And I tried it in a couple different ways. I'm not sure if you can really see it, but like I tried it with him pulling his own face open with a fist punching it open, a skull, and then I landed on this one, which I will put at the end of the video. I'll take pictures of everything that's on my wall and just put it on in the video at the end so you can see that too, the finished work of that. Yeah, I was watching Peter Draws and I thought I seen this face in like one of his doodles, and then I just gave it a body. And then I was cleaning my white marker because it gets like gunked up if you put it over like black. And then I just drew this guy with the scribbles from that, looking at him. This was me trying to clean my fountain pen, and because I thought it was clogged, but I'm not too sure now. And I was tapping the back of the cartridge, and just to see if anything would come out, and it like went all over my page. And so I just emptied the cartridge onto the page and came back and colored it the next day. This is just me trying to get my fountain pen to work. And then this is actually the final page right here. And I just did this one like 15 minutes ago. But this was like 2 days ago, 2 days ago, and then yesterday, and then I did this one. I like this one the most just because it's like got the most detail in it. And I'm actually, for a video, I'm gonna take this and draw something like this inside of like the spiral. Like inside of the spiral here, going like this. And I think that'll turn out really cool. If you like the video, you can like and subscribe if you want to. Thank you for watching, and you can see the other drawings now.